what is up today, guys? I'm Justice, and usually my brother Winston is on this video YouTube channel, but he is working, getting ready to work these calves. These are our fall calves. You've seen in further videos. If you have watched the further videos, we have preg checked some of their mothers. So today we're going to give them a shot and worm and pour and ear tag. So they will all have new earrings. The left side will be the heifers, the right side will be the bulls, and we have already castrated all these calves earlier this year. There will be one bull in here that we are going to keep, and maybe you can see him right there. He's got a green ear tag. He's the one in the corner there, but yeah, so we got these caught this morning. So with no further ado, I guess we're going to start putting these through the chute, and hopefully you enjoy the video. So we got most of everything set up. So Winston is in charge of tagging today. So what's the game plan on the tagging method, Winston?
Alright guys, so first off we have our tagger, if you can see that, and we've got our tags. Now the top number letters are going to be initials, and the bottom one is going to stand for the farm that these calves came off of. We have multiple farms with multiple groups of calves. We like to keep track of that, so then we know which farm the cows are most fertile out of and which is the best to keep the bloodlines out of that way. So we try to do that. That's definitely a helpful thing on herd management. But if you guys have never done this before, this is called a Z tag. It's just a type of tag, and you can just poke your tag in right there, and then it'll just go right through that hole. If you see that, so then you just clip her in, and it'll go in the ear. So with that said, guys, also I wanted to touch on that the cattle poron we use. You can see that it's normectin. I want to make sure I was pronouncing that right. And you guys can buy that pretty much anywhere, I believe. But with that said, guys, let's get started. But as Justice already mentioned, he pretty much covered the base thoroughly. So let's get right into the action.
All right, so Winston touched on the poron, or the fly repellent, or the insect repellent, I guess. But we're going to show you the applicator real quick.
So if you guys can see this, and I'm trying to get it so you can see it by the video, but it's got a rotation piece right here that rotates, and you see that number 30. You can rotate it to whatever number you need so that you can apply the correct amount of poron. The reason you apply the correct amount of poron is because you don't want to overdose them in poron, or it can hurt them and it's not good for them. There's no need to waste it. They only need a certain amount. So that's why we give it to them. It gives right on the top of the gun. It gives the amount needed for the poundage. So we just estimate poundage on average, and then we go and set the gun accordingly. The best place to apply poron is directly on the mid-center of the back. If you get it to one side or any other place, it does do good, but normally if you watch cows in the summertime, the flies are on their back, and so if you put it on the mid-center, it's directly in midpoint for the flies. Also, if you dehorn them, which you would do if they have horns. The reason you would dehorn is just because it is hard on other cows around. The cows use it as a defensive mechanism, and so the cows around that don't have horns suffer because of it. And also that the horns, if they grow long enough and for some reason the cows develop an attitude problem towards humans, that can be an issue also with that. So we always try to dehorn our cows just for that purpose. It's not cruel, it's just something that's a caretaking process for that. So with no further ado, guys, let's jump back into what we were doing.
Alright, so we got that done. It went really good. The shot we gave them today was red nose. Now we're just, they went to the weaning pen and we're just mixing feed for them. So they'll be happy. Well, they will miss their mom, so they won't be too happy, but they will be as comfortable as possible. And in a few days, they'll quit bawling and quit missing their mother and be good to go. So you guys see us sometimes use these rattle paddles. We like these because they work good for our cattle and we just like them the best. So they help us with the cattle working and they keep the cattle more calm and they just help them move without hitting on them more. It just keeps the animal better and less riled. So I guess with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.